What if I told you there's an ancient text, older than most biblical scriptures, that unveils mysteries too controversial for the traditional canon? The Book of Enoch, shrouded in secrecy and forbidden by many, offers an entirely different lens on the origins of humanity, the cosmic rebellion of angels, and the untold secrets of the heavenly realms. Hidden for centuries, it raises provocative questions. Why was it excluded from the Bible? What knowledge does it contain that challenges the very foundations of traditional theology? By exploring Enoch's revelations, you'll uncover insights that connect ancient myths, divine justice, and humanity's ultimate destiny. Ready to dive into the secrets they didn't want you to know? Curious to uncover the forbidden knowledge of the Book of Enoch? Hit the subscribe button and join us on this journey through ancient mysteries and divine secrets. The Book of Enoch stands as one of the most enigmatic texts in the realm of ancient literature, often evoking curiosity and awe. Though classified as apocryphal, it provides a lens into a world where celestial beings and humanity intertwine in unprecedented ways. Its narrative transcends the boundaries of conventional biblical stories, delving into themes of cosmic rebellion, divine justice, and hidden wisdom. For many, it raises questions about the untold chapters of human and spiritual history. One of the most striking aspects of the Book of Enoch is its exploration of the Watchers, or fallen angels. These beings descended to earth, defying divine laws, and formed unions with human women. From these unions were born the Nephilim, giant beings described as powerful yet corrupt, whose actions led to widespread chaos. This story offers an alternative explanation for the corruption that preceded Noah's flood, providing a backdrop of celestial conflict that is both haunting and fascinating. The Nephilim play a central role in the book's narrative, portrayed as giants who towered over humanity, both physically and morally flawed. They consumed resources, brought violence, and disrupted the natural order of creation. Their existence was not just an anomaly but a direct challenge to divine will. The mention of these beings in Genesis 6 verse 4 aligns partially with Enoch's narrative, suggesting a deeper story that mainstream texts merely touch upon. Enoch also introduces the idea of forbidden knowledge, a gift or curse imparted by the fallen angels. These watchers taught humanity skills such as weapon-making, astrology, and enchantments. While these might seem beneficial at first glance, they are portrayed as tools of corruption, advancing humanity's capacity for violence and deceit. This intertwining of knowledge and rebellion offers a stark reflection on the double-edged nature of enlightenment. Another remarkable feature is the cosmic perspective that Enoch offers. The book describes heavenly realms, celestial hierarchies, and the intricate workings of the universe. Enoch is taken on a divine journey, witnessing the secrets of creation and the future destiny of the world. His role as a mediator between God and the fallen Watchers adds a unique dimension to his character, portraying him as a bridge between humanity and the divine. The book's exclusion from the canonical Bible is another mystery that continues to spark debate. Early church leaders likely rejected it for its controversial themes, such as the physicality of angels and their relationships with humans. These concepts challenged orthodox views on spirituality and divine order, making the text an uncomfortable inclusion in traditional theology. Furthermore, Enoch's emphasis on judgment and prophecy makes it a profound, if unsettling, read. The book predicts not only the fate of the fallen angels and the Nephilim but also the ultimate redemption of humanity. This prophetic tone aligns with other apocalyptic literature, but with a unique depth that reflects Enoch's intimate connection with the divine. Interestingly, the Book of Enoch has parallels in other ancient traditions. The Anunnaki of Mesopotamian mythology and similar stories of divine beings interacting with humanity suggest a shared memory or interpretation of past events. These cross-cultural connections hint at a universal story that transcends specific religions, raising questions about the origins of human myths and legends. Scholars have also been intrigued by Enoch's exploration of the cosmos and the natural world. His descriptions of the movements of the stars, the structure of the earth, and the heavenly realms suggest an advanced understanding of the universe. While symbolic, these passages resonate with themes of divine order and cosmic harmony, offering a blend of theology and proto-science that captivates modern readers. The enduring allure of the Book of Enoch lies in its ability to bridge the mystical and the historical. It invites readers to question established narratives, explore the boundaries of divine interaction, and reflect on the mysteries of creation. Whether seen as inspired scripture or ancient myth, Enoch's writings continue to provoke thought, offering a profound journey into the unknown. The Dead Sea Scrolls, discovered in 1946 near Qumran, represent one of the most significant archaeological finds of the 20th century. Among these ancient texts were fragments of the Book of Enoch, preserved for centuries in the Judean desert. The scrolls offered scholars an unparalleled glimpse into the religious and cultural landscape of the Second Temple period, providing context for Enoch's mysterious origins. The discovery began when a group of Bedouin shepherds stumbled upon a cave containing clay jars filled with parchment and papyrus scrolls. These scrolls, dating from the 3rd century BCE to the 1st century CE, contained a wealth of documents, including biblical texts, community rules, and apocryphal writings. Among them, Enoch stood out for its detailed narratives and bold theological claims. What makes these scrolls particularly fascinating is their linguistic diversity. The fragments of the Book of Enoch were found primarily in Aramaic, though the text itself has been translated into several languages, including Greek and Guiz. This linguistic trail suggests that Enoch was widely read and revered in various regions, from Judea to Ethiopia, long before its exclusion from mainstream religious canons. The Essenes, a Jewish sect often associated with the Dead Sea Scrolls, likely regarded Enoch as a significant text. Their emphasis on purity, apocalyptic visions, and divine judgment closely aligns with the themes found in the Book of Enoch. This connection highlights the book's influence on diverse Jewish communities and its role in shaping early theological ideas. One of the most remarkable aspects of the discovery was the preservation of Enoch's prophecies. The scrolls contained detailed descriptions of celestial visions, cosmic battles, and the ultimate fate of humanity. These passages offer insights into the apocalyptic mindset of the era, reflecting a deep yearning for divine intervention and justice during turbulent times. The fragments also helped bridge gaps in historical understanding. Before their discovery, the Book of Enoch was primarily known through the Ethiopian Orthodox tradition, where it had been preserved as part of their biblical canon. The Dead Sea Scrolls confirmed its ancient origins, validating its authenticity and its widespread influence in early Jewish thought. Scholars were particularly intrigued by the eschatological themes present in Enoch's writings. The book's focus on the end of days, the judgment of the wicked, and the restoration of righteousness resonated with apocalyptic literature from various traditions. Its inclusion among the Dead Sea Scrolls underscores its importance in the broader religious and cultural dialogue of the time. The Qumran findings also sparked renewed interest in the physical and spiritual realities described in Enoch. The book's vivid imagery of heavenly realms, angelic hierarchies, and cosmic phenomena inspired debates about its theological and symbolic meanings. This discovery revived discussions about humanity's place in the universe and the hidden dimensions of creation. For modern readers, the Dead Sea Scrolls have shed light on the transmission of sacred texts and the dynamics of canonization. Enoch's exclusion from the Hebrew Bible raises questions about how religious communities defined orthodoxy and heresy. The scrolls reveal a rich tapestry of beliefs, challenging the notion of a singular, unified religious tradition in antiquity. Ultimately, the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls transformed the way scholars approach ancient texts. It highlighted the fragility and resilience of sacred writings, underscoring their capacity to endure across millennia. The fragments of the Book of Enoch serve as a reminder of the enduring human quest to understand the divine and uncover the mysteries of existence. The story of the fallen angels and the Nephilim in the Book of Enoch is among its most captivating and controversial elements. These beings, known as the Watchers, were heavenly entities tasked with observing humanity. However, their disobedience led to chaos on earth, as they abandoned their divine roles and descended to live among humans. This tale of rebellion provides a gripping backdrop to the moral and cosmic conflicts described in the text. The Watchers are said to have formed unions with human women, resulting in the birth of the Nephilim, beings of immense size and strength. These hybrid creatures were not only giants in stature, but also giants in corruption. They consumed resources, sowed violence, and disrupted the natural harmony of creation. Genesis 6 verse 4 briefly mentions these events, but Enoch expands on the story, providing vivid details that paint a picture of a world descending into chaos. The Nephilim's existence posed a grave threat to the earth. Described as insatiable and destructive, they consumed all living things and even turned to cannibalism. Their actions epitomized unchecked power and moral decay, making them a central reason for the divine decision to cleanse the earth. The narrative presents the Nephilim as symbols of what happens when divine boundaries are crossed. The fallen angels also played a pivotal role in humanity's downfall by introducing forbidden knowledge. They taught human skills such as metalworking, weapon-making, and enchantments. which, while advancing human society, also increased violence and corruption. The Watchers' actions represent a distortion of divine wisdom, offering humanity tools for destruction rather than growth. Enoch's text names several of these fallen angels, such as Azazel, who is singled out for teaching humans the art of warfare and the beautification of women, practices linked to moral degradation. Azazel's defiance and influence make him a key figure in the rebellion, illustrating how a single being's actions can ripple across creation. The story of the fallen angels and the Nephilim also introduces the concept of divine justice. In response to the chaos, God orders the archangels, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel, to intervene. Their mission includes imprisoning the fallen angels, purging the earth of the Nephilim, and restoring divine order. This intervention underscores the balance between mercy and judgment in divine governance. The fallen angels' punishment is particularly severe. They are bound in chains and cast into darkness, awaiting final judgment. This imagery of eternal torment reinforces the gravity of their rebellion and serves as a warning about the consequences of defying divine authority. It also highlights Enoch's role as a witness to these events, adding weight to his writings. The narrative of the Watchers and Nephilim has parallels in other ancient myths. The Anunnaki of Mesopotamian texts and the giants of Greek mythology share similarities with Enoch's tale, suggesting a shared cultural memory of divine beings interacting with humanity. These connections invite readers to explore the broader implications of these stories across civilizations. For modern audiences, the story of the fallen angels and Nephilim resonates as a metaphor for unchecked ambition and the misuse of power. It serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of overstepping moral and spiritual boundaries. The lessons embedded in this narrative remain relevant, challenging readers to reflect on their own ethical choices. Ultimately, the account of the fallen angels and the Nephilim sets the stage for the next chapters of Enoch's journey, where divine intervention seeks to restore harmony to a fractured world. The drama and depth of this story continue to intrigue scholars and spiritual seekers alike, offering insights into the complexities of rebellion, judgment, and redemption. The Great Flood in the Book of Enoch is portrayed as a direct response to the corruption brought about by the fallen angels and the Nephilim. This cataclysmic event was not merely a natural disaster, but a deliberate act of divine intervention to cleanse the earth of its moral decay. The flood symbolizes both judgment and renewal, emphasizing the balance between justice and mercy in God's plan for humanity. Enoch reveals that the actions of the Nephilim and the fallen angels had desecrated the earth to such an extent that it could no longer sustain life. Their insatiable hunger and violent behavior disrupted the natural order, forcing God to take decisive action. Unlike the brief account in Genesis, Enoch provides a detailed explanation of the divine rationale behind the flood, portraying it as an act of cosmic necessity. Before the flood, God commanded the archangels, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel, to carry out specific tasks to restore balance. Michael was tasked with binding the leaders of the fallen angels, including Azazel, and imprisoning them in the depths of the earth. Gabriel was instructed to eliminate the Nephilim, ensuring that their destructive influence would not persist. These missions highlight the collaborative effort of divine forces to purge evil from the world. The flood itself is described as a purification, washing away the corruption introduced by the Watchers and their offspring. Enoch's narrative emphasizes that this was not an act of vengeance but a necessary step to preserve creation. This perspective adds depth to the biblical account, framing the flood as a divine reset rather than an indiscriminate punishment. In addition to cleansing the earth, the flood served as a warning to future generations. Enoch's writings stress the importance of humility, obedience, and respect for divine boundaries. By recounting the events leading to the flood, the text invites readers to reflect on the consequences of defying God's will and the importance of maintaining harmony within creation. One fascinating aspect of Enoch's account is the emphasis on Noah's role in the flood narrative. Noah is portrayed as a righteous man chosen by God to preserve life and ensure humanity's survival. His unwavering faith and obedience stand in stark contrast to the rebellion of the fallen angels, serving as a model for future generations. The flood also marked the beginning of a new era for humanity. With the Nephilim and fallen angels removed, the earth was given a fresh start, free from the corruption that had plagued it. This theme of renewal is central to the Book of Enoch, reinforcing the idea that divine judgment is ultimately aimed at restoration and redemption. Enoch's account of the flood resonates with other ancient myths, such as the Mesopotamian epic of Gilgamesh, which also describes a catastrophic flood. These parallels suggest a shared cultural memory of a significant event in human history, interpreted through various religious and mythological lenses. Such connections enrich the narrative, offering a broader context for understanding the flood story. The role of the archangels in the flood narrative underscores their importance in maintaining cosmic order. Their actions not only eradicated the immediate threat, but also established a precedent for divine intervention in times of moral crisis. This portrayal of the archangels as protectors and enforcers of divine will add a dynamic layer to the story, illustrating the interplay between judgment and grace. Ultimately, the Great Flood serves as a turning point in the Book of Enoch, bridging the era of the Watchers and Nephilim with a renewed focus on humanity's potential for righteousness. As the waters recede, the narrative shifts toward the hope of a restored creation, setting the stage for Enoch's continued revelations and prophecies. In the Book of Enoch, the titular figure stands as a profound example of righteousness, wisdom, and divine favor. Enoch is not only described as a man of virtue but also as a mediator between God and the fallen Watchers, making him an unparalleled figure in biblical and apocryphal literature. His life and journey illuminate themes of justice, obedience, and divine insight, bridging the celestial and earthly realms. The narrative portrays Enoch as the seventh patriarch from Adam, a position symbolizing divine completeness. Unlike others of his time, Enoch walked with God, Genesis 5 verse 24, a phrase that underscores his unique relationship with the Creator. This closeness allowed him to access divine knowledge and act as a conduit between humanity and the heavens. His righteousness made him an ideal intermediary, chosen to deliver messages of judgment and hope. Enoch's role as a mediator becomes especially significant when he is tasked with delivering God's judgment to the fallen angels. In one of the book's most poignant moments, the Watchers plead with Enoch to intercede on their behalf, seeking forgiveness for their rebellion. Enoch's journey to present their case to God reveals his compassion and sense of duty, even toward those who had defied divine authority. During his celestial journey, Enoch is granted visions of the heavenly realms, where he witnesses the structure of the cosmos, the movements of celestial bodies, and the throne of God. These revelations not only deepen his understanding of creation, but also reinforce his role as a witness to divine mysteries. Enoch's writings reflect this privileged knowledge, offering insights into the nature of the universe and humanity's place within it. Enoch's dialogue with the fallen angels highlights the gravity of their transgressions. Despite their pleas, God's judgment remains firm, underscoring the unyielding nature of divine justice. Enoch's role in this process serves as a reminder of the consequences of disobedience, as well as the importance of repentance and accountability. In addition to his interactions with the Watchers, Enoch serves as a mediator for humanity, warning future generations about the consequences of sin and the inevitability of divine judgment. His prophecies detail the coming of the Messiah, the ultimate judgment of the wicked, and the restoration of righteousness on earth. These messages resonate as both warnings and promises, encouraging readers to align their lives with divine principles. Enoch's journey to heaven is one of the most remarkable aspects of his story. Unlike other patriarchs, Enoch does not experience death but is taken by God, a testament to his extraordinary life of faith. This event signifies not only Enoch's personal transformation, but also the possibility of humanity's deeper connection with the divine. It serves as a symbol of hope, demonstrating that closeness to God can lead to ultimate fulfillment. The Book of Enoch also describes Enoch as a scribe of divine wisdom, recording the mysteries of the heavens and the fate of the Watchers. His writings preserve knowledge that was meant to guide humanity, offering spiritual insights that remain relevant across generations. This role as a scribe reinforces his identity as a custodian of truth and a bridge between the divine and the mortal. Enoch's mediator role extends to his visions of the future, where he outlines the destiny of nations and the ultimate triumph of righteousness. These prophecies reveal a cosmic plan that transcends human understanding, emphasizing the sovereignty of God and the inevitability of divine justice. Through Enoch's eyes, readers are invited to glimpse the grandeur of God's purpose for creation. Ultimately, Enoch's life and writings serve as a testament to the transformative power of faith and obedience. His journey from earthly righteousness to heavenly exaltation embodies the potential for humanity to transcend its limitations and partake in divine mysteries. Through his mediatory role, Enoch offers a timeless example of humility, wisdom, and unwavering devotion to the Creator. The narrative of the Book of Enoch, particularly its accounts of the Watchers, Nephilim, and celestial judgment, resonates with stories from other ancient cultures. These parallels suggest that Enoch's writings are part of a broader tapestry of myths and traditions, reflecting a shared human attempt to grapple with the mysteries of divine interaction and cosmic order. One striking parallel is found in the Anunnaki of Mesopotamian mythology. In Sumerian texts, the Anunnaki are described as powerful beings who descended from the heavens and interacted with humanity. Like the Watchers in Enoch, some Anunnaki are depicted as bringers of forbidden knowledge, including advancements in agriculture, architecture, and governance. These similarities hint at a shared memory or interpretation of divine beings shaping early civilizations. The Nephilim, described in Enoch as giants born from the union of fallen angels and human women, find counterparts in various mythologies. For instance, the Titans of Greek mythology were also considered a race of giants born of divine and earthly parentage. Their immense power and eventual downfall mirror the narrative of the Nephilim, highlighting a universal theme of hubris and the consequences of defying divine authority. Another connection can be drawn between Enoch's prophecies and the apocalyptic visions of other cultures. The Hindu Puranas, for example, describe cycles of creation and destruction, with divine beings intervening to restore balance. Similarly, Enoch's visions of the Great Flood and the eventual restoration of righteousness align with these recurring themes of judgment and renewal in ancient traditions. The theme of forbidden knowledge, central to the story of the Watchers, also appears in the myth of Prometheus. In Greek mythology, Prometheus defies the gods by bringing fire, symbolizing knowledge and enlightenment, to humanity. Like the Watchers, his actions disrupt the natural order and provoke divine punishment. These shared motifs suggest a common human fascination with the dual-edged nature of knowledge. In the Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest recorded stories, the narrative includes a great flood sent by the gods to cleanse the earth of corruption. This tale bears a striking resemblance to the flood story in Enoch and Genesis, underscoring the widespread significance of this motif in ancient thought. Both accounts emphasize divine justice and the hope for renewal in the aftermath of judgment. Enoch's celestial journey also parallels the experiences of figures in other traditions. For instance, the Egyptian Book of the Dead describes the journey of the soul through the afterlife, encountering divine beings and cosmic truths. Similarly, Enoch's ascent to the heavens and his visions of the divine throne reflect a universal longing to understand the mysteries of existence beyond the mortal realm. In Norse mythology, the giants, Jotnar, share characteristics with the Nephilim, embodying both physical might and moral ambiguity. Their interactions with the gods often lead to chaos, much like the influence of the Nephilim on humanity in Enoch's narrative. These connections reinforce the idea that stories of divine and human intersections are deeply ingrained in human consciousness. The parallels between Enoch and other traditions also extend to the role of divine scribes and mediators. Figures such as Thoth in Egyptian mythology or Hermes in Greek lore are associated with the transmission of divine wisdom to humanity. Like Enoch, they serve as intermediaries between the heavens and the earth, preserving sacred knowledge for future generations. These cultural intersections invite readers to view the Book of Enoch not just as a religious text but as part of a shared human legacy. Its themes of rebellion, judgment, and redemption transcend individual traditions, offering insights into the universal questions of existence. By exploring these parallels, readers can appreciate Enoch's narrative as both a unique story and a window into the broader spiritual and mythological heritage of humanity. The Book of Enoch's exclusion from the biblical canon remains a source of intrigue and debate among theologians, historians, and spiritual seekers. Despite its profound themes and influence on early Jewish and Christian thought, Enoch was ultimately deemed apocryphal. The reasons for its exclusion reveal much about the shaping of religious orthodoxy and the boundaries of acceptable theology in antiquity. One significant reason for Enoch's omission is its controversial portrayal of angels. The book vividly describes angels as physical beings capable of forming unions with humans and producing offspring, the Nephilim. This depiction clashed with later theological views that emphasized the purely spiritual nature of angels, making Enoch's narrative an uncomfortable fit for the canonical scriptures. Additionally, Enoch's focus on cosmic justice and eschatology may have been seen as too speculative or allegorical. Its detailed accounts of celestial realms, the movements of stars, and the hierarchy of angels introduced ideas that were difficult to reconcile with the more grounded narratives of other biblical texts. These elements, while fascinating, likely contributed to Enoch's exclusion by early church authorities. The book's vivid descriptions of the Watchers' rebellion and punishment also posed theological challenges. By presenting a detailed narrative of angelic disobedience, Enoch expanded upon the brief references found in Genesis. This level of elaboration raised questions about the source of such knowledge, leading some leaders to view the text with suspicion. Another critical factor was the cultural and geographical context in which Enoch was revered. While the book was widely read in Jewish communities during the Second Temple period, it found its strongest support in regions like Ethiopia, where it became part of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church's canon. This geographical and cultural divergence contributed to its marginalization in the broader Judeo-Christian tradition. The process of canonization itself played a pivotal role in Enoch's exclusion. By the 4th century CE, church leaders sought to consolidate a coherent biblical canon that aligned with established theological doctrines. Texts like Enoch, with their apocalyptic visions and speculative cosmology, were viewed as potentially divisive and less essential to the core message of salvation and faith. Interestingly, despite its exclusion, Enoch's influence persisted in early Christianity. The Epistle of Jude in the New Testament directly references Enoch, quoting from its prophecies about the judgment of the wicked, Jude 1 verses 14 to 15. This acknowledgement highlights Enoch's significance in early Christian thought, even if it did not secure a place in the canon. The book's emphasis on divine judgment and the end times also aligned closely with other apocalyptic texts like Daniel and Revelation. However, its exclusion may have been an effort to distance the canon from the growing popularity of apocalyptic movements, which were often viewed as radical and destabilizing by religious authorities. Enoch's rejection from the canon also reflects the broader struggle to define orthodoxy in the early church. As Christianity spread, leaders sought to establish clear boundaries around acceptable beliefs and practices. Enoch's speculative nature and its exploration of themes like the Nephilim and celestial mysteries likely made it a target for exclusion in favor of more universally accepted texts. Ultimately, the exclusion of the Book of Enoch underscores the complexities of canon formation and the dynamics of religious tradition. While it may not hold a place in the official canon, its themes, imagery, and theological insights continue to captivate readers and inspire spiritual exploration. Enoch's writings remain a testament to the diversity and richness of ancient religious thought, challenging readers to question and expand their understanding of the divine. The Book of Enoch contains profound prophecies that extend beyond its historical context, reaching into visions of humanity's ultimate destiny. Among these revelations is the enigmatic mention of a sixth race, a future generation of humans described as living without sin. This concept reflects a recurring theme of hope and redemption, offering a glimpse into a divine plan that transcends the struggles of the present age. Enoch's prophecy of the sixth race suggests a future transformation of humanity. This new race is portrayed as righteous, harmonious, and fully aligned with God's will. Unlike the fallen generations of the past, this future humanity will embody divine perfection, free from the corruption and rebellion that plagued earlier eras. This vision serves as a stark contrast to the chaos caused by the Nephilim and the Watchers, symbolizing the restoration of divine order. The numerology associated with Enoch's prophecies further underscores their spiritual significance. The number 6 often symbolizes imperfection in biblical tradition, but here it represents the culmination of humanity's journey toward divine unity. The transition to the sixth race is depicted as both a divine intervention and the fulfillment of God's promise to restore creation. These prophecies also align with themes found in other apocalyptic literature, such as the Book of Revelation. Both texts emphasize a final judgment and the establishment of a new, sinless existence. However, Enoch's vision is unique in its emphasis on the cosmic and earthly interplay, where celestial realms and human history converge to bring about this transformation. The idea of a sixth race raises questions about the nature of sin and redemption. Enoch suggests that humanity's evolution toward righteousness is part of a divine plan, where each generation serves as a step toward perfection. This perspective encourages readers to view their lives as part of a larger, unfolding story, where personal and collective actions contribute to God's ultimate design. Enoch's prophecies also emphasize the role of divine guidance in humanity's transformation. The text describes heavenly beings working alongside righteous individuals to prepare the earth for the arrival of the sixth race. This cooperation between the divine and the mortal highlights the importance of faith, obedience, and spiritual discipline in shaping the future. Interestingly, the concept of a future perfected humanity is not unique to Enoch. Similar ideas appear in other spiritual traditions, such as the Hindu Satya Yuga, the age of truth and righteousness. These parallels suggest a shared human aspiration for an era of peace and harmony, transcending cultural and religious boundaries. Such connections deepen the universality of Enoch's vision. The prophecy of the sixth race also reflects Enoch's understanding of time as cyclical rather than linear. The text suggests that humanity's past failures are not merely moments of destruction but opportunities for renewal. The transition to the sixth race is portrayed as the culmination of this cycle, where lessons learned from previous generations pave the way for a brighter future. For modern readers, the vision of a sixth race carries both spiritual and practical implications. It serves as a call to align one's actions with divine principles, contributing to the moral and spiritual progress of humanity. Enoch's writings challenge individuals to reflect on their role in this transformative process and to strive for righteousness in their daily lives. Ultimately, the prophecy of the sixth race encapsulates the essence of the Book of Enoch, a message of hope, justice, and divine purpose. It invites readers to envision a world free from sin and filled with the presence of God. While the path to this future may be fraught with challenges, Enoch's vision reassures that the promise of redemption is both enduring and attainable. The Book of Enoch is not just a forgotten text, it's a gateway to understanding the deeper mysteries of creation, rebellion, and redemption. It challenges us to think beyond traditional narratives, offering wisdom that has inspired debates for centuries. But now the question is yours to answer. Will you embrace these revelations and let them transform your spiritual perspective? As you reflect on the fallen angels, the Nephilim, and Enoch's cosmic journey, ask yourself, how does this ancient knowledge reshape your understanding of faith and the universe? Dive deeper, question more, and unlock the truths waiting for you. Don't let these revelations stop here. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share your perspective in the comments. Together, let's explore the truths they tried to keep hidden.